Hey guys, this is just going to be a quick Vtuber Discourse video of a video on Twitter that's been making the rounds recently. But it's not really anything new, it's just another VTuber complaining about Lolicon for the 2000th time? But what makes this video interesting is the type of shit she decided to say before she said Lolicon is weird. I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen the clip since Desu already made a video on this, which is a little redundant for me to make a video about the same thing, yes, I know, but she did make a response twit longer regarding Rev's video, which we'll cover up in just a bit. For those who haven't seen the actual clip from Twitter, here's the video now.
I can't get into anime. I know that's like the last thing anybody would expect from a VTuber, but it is just not my thing. When I see the fucked up shit that people willingly wrote, storyboarded, produced, animated, I'm like, maybe anime was a mistake. Just because she's 700 plus years old doesn't mean it's okay to be into her.
So yeah, a lot to unpackage here. First off, did you see what she was wearing? Fucking slut. I'm obviously kidding, of course. Only half joking anyway. But I'm pretty sure I'm about to say something that everyone else is thinking or has already said it to her. How in the hell are you a VTuber when you don't even like anime? It just doesn't make any goddamn sense. How are you going to go into a community, spend upwards to $1,000 using an anime avatar, and not be into anime? When VTubing was, built off of anime, and you can't say it wasn't because the godmother of VTubing, Kizana AI, looks just like the rest of the big-eyed, long-legged, small-torso aliens that plague the internet and ruin an entire generation of men. Wait a minute, why am I on here? And also, how are you going to tell me that the shit that Japanese animators tend to draw storyboarded anime is problematic when you have big-ass eye-cup-sized titties in the same video? This video just screams irony because of the shit that she says. And don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a virtual YouTuber and not being into anime. There's tons of people that have virtual avatars that aren't really considered anime. Just take a look at the tons of PNG tubers like Jellybean and a bunch of other commentary channels that have moving PNG images of their drawn selves and or their OCs. Technically speaking, yes, they are considered virtual YouTubers, but they aren't part of the Hololive, Niji-sanji, V-Sluts community. I can buy that someone is just using a virtual avatar because they don't want to have their IRL face shown and just want people to have something to look at. I would totally understand that. But the thing is that she has an anime avatar and commissions and follows other people that are in the VTubing community. It just doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's like being a furry with a furry profile picture and associating yourself with the furry community and then saying the furry community was a goddamn mistake. If any furry out there is doing what I just said, then I honestly really don't blame you. But why be in a community that you despise but still tend to associate yourself with people that are into the thing that you don't like? I'm just gonna go off of a limb here and say that she actually just uploaded this video so she could have pity points on Twitter, actually being into anime but despises Lolicon. Because as it continues to stand, and sadly always will be, Lolicon will always be a controversial topic for the dumbest fucking reasons, I should say. But besides that, moving on, about a day after this video was uploaded, Desu uploaded a short video basically saying her video was just nonsensical bullshit, and understandably so, and Aphrodite made a twit longer where she apologizes at the end of it for some fucking reason and says that Rev's video was just shit taken out of context. Now don't get me wrong, Rev has definitely made videos in the past where he sends hate to the wrong individuals, but he really didn't say anything wrong in his video, especially considering how you even said yourself that you can't get into anime because it's not your thing and anime may have been a mistake. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for the latter portion because you probably just said that as a joke. But even then, why say you can't get into it when you have a fucking anime VTuber model with huge fucking tits? The body part that Japanese animators love to draw. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. It's just so odd watching these people inside the VTuber community complain, bitch, and moan about common tropes in anime, but then go out of their way to do the exact same thing that they hate. And don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong with disliking certain tropes in anime, or just not liking anime in general. It's not everyone's cup of tea. But you can always appreciate anime existing though. The reason I say that is because people are going to find you pretty fucking weird and hypocritical when you have an anime-inspired avatar and request commissions from people inside the community that's not even really your thing to even begin with. And it's completely fine to not be into lolicon, but you sound like one of those people that think lolicon equates to being a pedophile, which is not fine at all, considering that the biggest VTuber in the world is a fucking lolly that has liked lewd fan art of herself on numerous occasions. You probably saw the one dying bitch from V-Sluts or whatever become the biggest VTuber on Twitch and wanted to try VTubing out yourself. Awesome, that's great. But you have to have an understanding that weird common anime tropes, VTubing, and some of the biggest giants being into lolicon just melts together in a giant pot in things that you just have to accept. You can always not associate yourself on this side of the community, and I'm also not trying to say that you should change your avatar, but it's gonna be pretty fucking awkward to have people come to your Twitch/Twitter account and stumble upon this video that you posted and wonder why you're even here to begin with, when you said yourself that anime was never your thing to begin with. You honestly just have to accept the VTubing community and anime of how things are, or I don't know, not VTube or have an anime inspired avatar. It just makes too much sense.
But we all know you're not gonna do that.
But that's really all I have to say about this. Guys, don't be in a fucking community that you despise and have an inspired model that came from that community, because people are going to associate you within the community whether you like it or not. They're also going to be scratching their heads wondering why you're even here to begin with. But I'll just leave it at that. Until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later. And Fate CEO AVI, fucking, he was right. Gatekeeping does work.